Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt gaming news video, and I have so much news to talk with you guys today. I have details on GTA 6 that just came from Bloomberg. I have some sad news as well. Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic has unfortunately been delayed, and maybe Hogwarts Legacy has a December release date. We're going to talk all about that. Sit back, relax, take a beverage, and let's get on with this news video. The first thing that I want to talk with you guys today is an update towards GTA 6. We all know GTA 6 basically exists at this point because it was announced not too long ago in a very weird way in a blog post article. I made a video about that, and it was one of the weirdest announcements because it was not with a teaser trailer or anything. It was with a weird blog post of we're working on the next GTA game. So of course, this is all because of the whole GTA definitive controversy Rockstar had not too long ago. But anyways, I got some first details from Bloomberg. Of course, this isn't all confirmed by Rockstar themselves, but Bloomberg is a very reliable source. I think it is also by Jason Schreier, and most of the time when he reports something, it's always true. He has his sources in the industry. Some of this stuff is a bit the same as in other videos that I talked about, but now we have confirmation from a different source. Bloomberg's Rockstar Games has overhauled its workplace culture. GTA 6 will also feature a playable female protagonist for the first time. She is a Latina that is one of a pair of leading characters, influenced by Bonnie and Clyde. We all know that Bonnie and Clyde is a duo. They are with two people. I do wonder though, because they don't really say specifically how many main characters we had in GTA 5. 3 main characters. So it could be that we still see again 3 main characters. They don't really give a specific number, but being inspired by Bonnie and Clyde, that could mean only 2 main characters, but that's not for certain, so let's see first. But one of these main characters, shall I say, is a female for the very first time in the franchise. Some more Grand Theft Auto 6 details. Working title is Project Americas. We all knew that. That was pretty well known for a very long time. Main location is a fictional version of Miami. Its surrounding areas in the game will evolve over time and adding new cities. Okay, so this is basically a mechanic that returns from Red Dead Redemption 2. If you guys have played Red Dead Redemption 2, if you play through the main storyline, you see stuff in the open world evolving. Houses get destroyed, but also new houses get built if you progress through the story. I think there will be a similar thing in GTA 6. But even more dynamic than we had in Red Dead Redemption 2. We know there are also patents for advanced AI. I don't know if that will be already in this game, but that might be a high chance because this is a next-gen game. But this makes me a little bit excited on how the AI and technology is going to work in Grand Theft Auto 6. The game world is already very large. More interior locations than previous GTA games. So we will be able to go into more interior space, buildings, stuff like that. If you take a look at something like Cyberpunk, for all the stuff that Cyberpunk was very detailed in its world building. You could go in a lot of buildings, and I hope the GTA does the same thing. Because GTA 5 isn't really... you can't really go in too many buildings. It's a big city by no means. It's a big city, but you can't really go in a lot of these buildings. So it would be very cool to see if we can go in these buildings. Some changes at Rockstar since 2018 as well. More producers help to avoid overtime and crunch. schedules changes, conversion of contractors to full-time employees, removal of abusive employees, new mental health and leave benefits, and staff is more flexible with their time. So this is all good to see, of course, that these people finally have a proper good workplace environment, a healthy work environment, that they can make a good game and that they feel good working at this company. Of course, I'm still very skeptical on Rockstar. They have had a very big crunch problem in the past. Of course, I am a little bit of the controversial opinion that crunch is a little bit necessary in a creative field. I experience crunch to a degree as well in any creative medium, not just video game development. It's in music, it's in video content creation like I do, editing work, computer work, software development. It's a lot of crunch is really a norm, to be honest. But it's good that we mitigate this as much as we can. That's all the stuff I have now for GTA 6. Although there was a mention that the game could release around 2023 April until March 2024. That's basically the next physical year, I believe. I'm very skeptical on that. I don't think we will see it next year. And we are very lucky if we see it next year, or the year I mean after that, so 2024. It might be even 2025. We shall see. It's a very ambitious game, of course. I do wish Rockstar would get out of their lazy ass and also invest in new studios. They are a very rich company. They aren't poor by any means. Invest in a new remake studio to touch up these old GTA games and these other Rockstar RPs. Why don't we get a Bully 2? Why don't we get Red Dead Redemption 3 being worked on at the moment? I mean, Rockstar is really rich and they can afford it, to be honest. But hell, that's a whole conversation for another time. That's all I have towards GTA 6 at the moment. Yesterday, when I uploaded my video about Square Enix, immediately there was new news, and it was very late at my time zone. It was like 11 or 12 o'clock in the evening, and I was like, no, I'm not going to make a video on that. I will wait for tomorrow. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has reportedly been delayed and indefinitely delayed. So this is not just delayed. This game is not being worked on anymore. They shelved this. That is not good. That's like very bad, this scenario. So I have an article from VGC. Normally this article also comes from Bloomberg, from Jason, but it was a paid article, and this one is free, so I can read this one. Development of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic has reportedly been paused, with the future of the game set to be up in the air. That's according to Bloomberg, which claims developer Aspyr Media fired the game design director Brad Prince and art director Jason Miner earlier this month. So 2 directors got fired. One is the art director, which I find very weird, because art direction is most of the time something you do in the early parts of the game development. And game designer, that's like a direction design, that's worse, that one gets fired. This is a really weird situation. The pair were reportedly dismissed shortly after the studio finalized a demo of the game to show to its production partner Lucasfilm and Sony. Aspyr's studio heads are said to have informed staff this month that the demo hadn't met internal expectations and work on the game was being paused, with the company planning to seek new development opportunities. One Bloomberg source suggested too much time and money had been invested in the demo, and that a more realistic release window would now be 2025. Are you kidding me? 2025? It's a remake. Guys, this shouldn't take this long. I know a remake is from the ground up, of course, Still, that is easier though than a totally new game where you have to have new story, new ideas and stuff like that. Yeah, this is not good. I know a source in the YouTube space, MrMaximum. He's a very good YouTuber and he has his own sources when it comes to Knights of the Old Republic. And he heard that the development was going well, but he hadn't heard for a long time what happened. I think I even made a video on this as well, I could be wrong. And the combat system would turn more to an action combat system. He compared it to something like Final Fantasy VII Remake and God of War, which is very exciting. I would like to see this vertical slice for myself, what went wrong. Of course, we will never probably see that. But this is a very sad day for KOTOR fans. I'm not a big KOTOR fan because I've never played the games. I'm very hyped because it's an RPG and I'm a big RPG fan. I am a Star Wars fan. I was very excited to play this remake for the very first time, but now that this is like indefinitely delayed, I mean, the hype for this game is going to die down. I hope they can get their shit together soon to continue the work on this. Aspyr is a subsidiary of World War Z and Witcher 3 Switchport Saber Interactive, which is also working on the KOTOR remake. Some at Aspyr reportedly believe that Saber could now take over the development fully and complete the project. It's speculated that Saber will even take over the development of this game fully from Aspyr. I find this a very weird situation. If you guys don't know, Aspyr Studio is basically a remaster studio. They worked on the remasters for the Knights of the Old Republic games to bring them to Switch, to the new consoles, to PlayStation 4. Not new anymore, but back then in last generation. And they have some of the original developers of Knights of the Old Republic from BioWare. They were hiring them specifically from BioWare to make a proper remake. I don't know what happened here. They got the original developers. It's a very weird situation. Of course, Aspyr has never done a project this big in large scope, so there might be some problems there. Maybe the upper management wasn't happy with the graphical direction of where the remake was going because they specifically fired the art director. Maybe they reused too many assets or something, or the art didn't look just graphically, world design just didn't look good. I will update you guys if I know anything more on this. Yeah, it's sad for the Knights of the Old Republic fans. And I was very hyped myself because I have heard a lot of stuff. I'm a BioWare fan myself, the old BioWare, of Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Jade Empire, and I've never played Knights of the Old Republic. I should do that. So the last thing that I want to talk about is Hogwarts Legacy. I've speculated a lot in previous videos on when Hogwarts Legacy could release. First it was September, not likely anymore, then people were saying November. But there is some new stuff found by the Hogwarts Legacy community. This is a Reddit post and there is a release date for an art book. Hogwarts Legacy might release in early December. A updated art book listing on Amazon may have dropped a hint about Hogwarts Legacy's release date. In a Reddit thread, Amazon UK customers who pre-ordered the art and making of Hogwarts Legacy exploring the unwritten wizard world reported that the placeholder release date for the book was changed from December 31st, 2022 to December 6th, 2022. The later of which is a Tuesday, and that's typically when video games release. Additionally, users received emails from Amazon UK confirming that the book's release date has been revised to December 6th. This doesn't have to mean anything. Just because the art book releases on December 6th. It doesn't mean the game will release on December 6th, although this does give me more hope that it at least isn't getting delayed. You have to remember, there might be story spoilers also in an art book, so they have to release the art book next to the game, or at least close to it. I have seen though that Gotham Knights, also from Warner Brothers, their art book does release on the same day as the video game, which is 25th of October. Take of that what you want, you know. I do find December a good date month for Hogwarts Legacy. It's in the holiday season, good spirit, especially a lot of like teenagers will get this game. Yeah, it does miss though the cutoff date, I think, for the Game Awards, so it won't be able to get into the Game Awards anymore, which is sad. But it would then still release this year, and that's the most important thing, I believe. The game has already been rated, so all the content is there. We have had hints towards now a release date this year, so I do think we will get to see it soon. So, what do you guys think of this video? Are you guys hyped for Hogwarts Legacy? When do you think it's going to release? Let's have a discussion. Are you sad about the Knights of the Old Republic news? I am pretty sad about that. And are you guys hyped for any chance by GTA 6, or did Rockstar burn you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Give me a like, that would be amazing. Subscribe to me, that would be very amazing. And visit my social media, that would be awesome. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Bye bye.